Are you thinking about buying or selling a home in Florida? Whether you're considering your first home, relocating, downsizing, upsizing, moving out, moving on, or planning to acquire an income-producing property as an investment, Team Rock of Residential Movement Group is your real ownership connection. They are Florida realtors Joanne Bipot, David Ham, and Ellen Marie Jean-Baptiste. For rock-solid professionalism and expertise in all aspects of real estate transactions, lean on Team Rock to help you accomplish all of your real estate goals. Contact Team Rock at 904-385-9169, offering you service in English, Spanish, Portuguese, French, and Haitian Creole at 904-385-9169. Also listen to Team Rock here on the Rock Real Estate Radio Show every Saturday morning from 10 to 11 a.m.
Everything discussed on air in this broadcast is for general information purposes only. For particular help with your real estate needs, contact our team of realtors for a complete individual consultation concerning your specific concerns. Furthermore, team members are realtors, not practicing lawyers or CPAs. Nothing discussed by anyone on the show shall be considered legal advice or tax advice.
What's up, Jacksonville? What's going on? This is Ella Marie Jean-Baptiste coming to you from Residential Movement Real Estate Group. What's going on? Thank you for opening your door, your living room, your dining room, and wherever you listen at us at, in your car. Thank you very much for listening. It is a pleasure to be at your presence today. As always, we have our team member with us, and then today we have a wonderful Linda. Is her first time in the radio, and she's gonna be talking to us about some wonderful programs she have. Her name is Naikima Turen. Because I speak French, I can respond to that. So she's gonna be on the radio with us today. She cannot wait to tell you guys all of the wonderful programs she has to offer. And then she's not gonna be only guest; she's gonna be with our wonderful Mark Calvi with the credit repair today. So both of them gonna present to you guys what we have to offer. But in the meantime, let me say that. Thank you. Thank you for all of our listeners who call us. Last week we won, but we have some people who won the we won widow. So we will be sending you out a gift. And then for those today, we're going to have a different widow today. But before I do all that, let me introduce my teammate. We have today with us, David Ham.
Hello, all our wonderful listeners out there. Thank you so much for tuning in to your Real Ownership Connection. And we at Team Rock of Residential Movement Real Estate Group are so happy to be here with you. Yes, as Ella mentioned, my name is David Ham, one of the realtor members of the team. And I'm very excited about our show. I'm very excited about the opportunity to share with you this information relating to your ownership, your ability to turn real estate into wealth for yourself, for your family, for your legacy. And I'm so happy to be seated next to the wonderful Joanne Bipot, who's going to go much further into it.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Joanne Bipot. I am a broker and a realtor member of Team Rock from Residential Movement Real Estate Group. And I am always, always excited to be on the radio sharing what we know so that you guys can be empowered to great things, empowered to wealth, empowered to having a great financial legacy. I want you guys to know that today is a powerful day of great things happening in your life. Everything is going to turn around your way. Your barns are going to overflow. We're going to give you information to help you have the right plan so that you can achieve all of these financial goals that are in your heart, in your mind, so we can make a better life for your families, a better life for your community, and change this world. So always excited to be here, always excited to share what we know. And with that, back to you, Ella.
Thank you, Joanne. It is such a pleasure to be with you guys. So, do we have our listeners on the line, Miss Turen? our special guest, Miss Turen. Are you on the line? Do you want to introduce yourself?
Here.
Come on, can you introduce yourself to our wonderful listener, Miss Turen?
Yes, I sure can. Good morning, Jacksonville, and everyone else that you're listening. It is a great pleasure for me to be here with you all. My name is Nikema Tureen. I am your finance bestie. I've been in the mortgage industry for about 10 years, and with my experience, I'm so glad to be here to be able to share with you all the information that you're going to need in order to help you reach your goal of homeownership this year.
Awesome. We like that. Miss Turen. I mean, you said Turen or Turen. Which one is that?
Well, you can just call me Nikema.
Okay, that's better.
That works very well.
That's better for us right now. Miss Nikema, I worked with you before, and I love the process of your work. The way you work with our customers. We work plenty, and then right now we are working in a deal together. Miss Nikema has been a loan processor for prior to her, I don't want to say her age. She's the youngest in our team. Actually, no, she's not. Mark is the youngest, but she's a baby compared to us. However, she worked together with us in one of our deals. The good thing I like about Nikema is that the fact that she used to be a loan processor. So she knows what underwriter is looking for when it comes to process the loan. Nikema, can you tell a little bit to our listener what's going on, how you process your loan, and what to expect from you when it comes to processing the loan?
Of course, yes. So what I always tell my clients, working with me, you get the best of both worlds because I'm an originator now, but before I was an originator, I was a processor. So I was the one working with the loan officers. So I do my due diligence. When I give my pre-approval is solid, I really do take my time and pre-underwrite my files because the one thing that when I wasn't a loan originator that I saw happen is that, loan originators, they'll give, the pre-approval, just get random information and just give a pre-approval. And then when it's time, the customer has a contract and we send the loans to underwriting and it flops. The deal doesn't work, income. And I said to myself that if I were to become a loan originator, I will do my best not to allow that to happen because it's definitely a bad experience for everyone. So when you're working with me, I will never just say, oh, you're pre-approved for X amount. I will gather all of your income documentation, everything that I need in order to do my income calculation. If I give you a pre-approval, you're getting to the closing table. Unless you're not disclosing something to me. I am your friend, so you have to be truthful and tell me everything that's going on so that we can get you in and out so that you can have your keys and enjoy your home. So that is why you definitely need to work with me because your pre-approval is going to be solid.
Awesome. So Nikema, let's take a step back and tell us about your mortgage company, what makes it different, what makes it special, and about some of the programs that you can bring to the table for our listeners.
Of course. So after I was a loan processor, the first company that I was working with, it was retail. So when you're working with retail, you're limited. You don't have as many options. And after that, I was introduced to the company that I'm with right now, Nexa Mortgage. It's a nationwide brokerage. And working with me, being the fact that I'm a broker, you have access to a lot of different options. If you're someone that has credit issues, we have lenders that will go as low as 580. Even if that's not what we promote because we really want you to have a higher credit score. But if you really want to get into your home and you have a low credit score, we have options for you. And this is a great program where I've been really, really promoting it and passionate about it. It's my legacy down payment assistance program. One of the lenders that I work with, they provide you with the down payment assistance. It is an FHA loan. So to give you a little bit of information about FHA loan, it's a government loan. You have to put 3.5% down. And this program covers 6% of the purchase price, which means that, yes. So not only is it going to cover the down payment it will also help you with your closing costs. So, I've done a lot of deals where, the client is not bringing much to the closing table. So if you're someone that has good credit, you do have to be at a 640 for that particular program. And we have our credit person on the line that can give you some pointers on how to, build your credit so that you can get there. But if you don't have money should not be a problem anymore. So we're getting rid of all of the excuses today in order for you to become an owner. I love the name that you have for your team. You're building ownership in our community. We have to help our community stop making excuses. You don't have money. We have plenty of money available to you. So all you have to do is just reach out to us, and we'll get you the financing for your home.
Well, that is very exciting, Nakima, the programs that you offer. And I know our listeners are out there getting very excited. And you mentioned contacting you. First, let me let them know our number if they're going to contact us at 904-773-4ROC, which is 904-773-4762. And Nakima, how would they get a hold of you to find out more about your programs?
Of course. Now, if you're listening today, I want you to contact 305-834-8863, and I need you to text Legacy so that I know it's you that's been listening to me today. So again, the phone number is 305-834-8863. And Ella mentioned another program that I have, which I want to bring to the listeners' attention, is if you're relocating and you want to purchase a second home, you don't really have, most lenders, if you're buying a home, they want you to have a job in the city that you're, moving to. But I have a program where you can be wherever you are and have a second home, and we can get you approved.
Wow,
So
I like that program.
Yes, exactly. I love that program too, because I love to, I'm the type of person naturally, I love options. So that's why I love being a, mortgage broker, because I have so many options for my clients. We can definitely, I am, when I have a consultation with you, my goal, I'm your personal shopper. You can think of me as your personal loan shopper. So when we have our conversation based on, your financial background, I'm going to find the best rate, the best lender for you. My goal is to help you save money and to also give you the best rate possible. So that's why you need to connect with me. Again, 305-834-8863.
We do have some listeners right now. So as you are listening, we know that you are waiting for our widow of the day. So I forgot to bring it today. So early today. So Miss Nakima, we always get the listener a widow of the day for them to call us and give us an answer. But today, I'm hoping the widow will be very easy, because we've been giving very easy widow lately. So I'm going to give the most easy widow we can have. So are you listening, guys? For my teammate right there, are you listening?
We listening.
Okay, awesome. There you go, the widow. The widow is, what has 6 faces but does not wear makeup, has 21 eyes but cannot see? What has 6 faces but does not wear makeup, has 21 eyes but cannot see?
Got it.
Okay, so David said he got it. So if you got it, my listeners, wait for it. Not listeners, my co-host. So if you have it, let me know. If not, we will be giving you the answer in a few minutes. So we're giving you exactly, guys, 5 minutes to give the answer, because we don't want you to go Google the answer. In 5 minutes, we're going to give you the answer. So we have Joanne raising her hand. She probably has something to say. But before we let Mr. Joanne come on and say something, because Miss Joanne is our glue that keep the team together, I have to say that I enjoy all the time working with Nakima, the tendencies she have. She have the way she work in our deal. She makes sure that she touch every no walk on turn when it come to her. If there is a money somewhere, she's going to get it. And then for my Haitian speaking people, I love that. the fact that she speaks Creole as well, so that that's really lift a load, because she will be able to talk to you in your own language so you can understand. So, and teamwork, we're trying to get multilingual personality in the group. So you cannot say that the team did not touch you because of language barrier. We have David who speak multiple languages. We have Joanne who speak English and Taishi, right?
That's right.
And then we have Mark Calvi who speak English and as well credits. And then you have myself who speak multiple as well, guys. So we try to make it in a way, guys, we speak the language you understand. So this is what teamwork is there for. So, Ms. Joanne, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that the fact that Nakima said 6%, that you guys really heard that. 6% is significant. If you get a $200,000 loan, that's $12,000. That more than covers your closing costs and your down payment, depending, or maybe you'll have a little bit extra to bring to the table. But guys, that is significant, and this is money that's on the table. I love what she said, that let money not be an excuse that prevents you from coming to the closing table or even starting the home ownership process. So many of you, every week we say it, you're listening to us, and that little voice is telling you, do something, but you listen for another week and another week. Guys, it is still a great time to purchase a home. Interest rates are still at historic lows. It's a beautiful, beautiful time to buy a home. That means that you can buy more home for the dollar when interest rates are lower. And with the money that Nakima is coming to the table with one of her lenders with a credit score of 640, you can really be in an ideal situation to get your home now. So I'm asking you guys to not procrastinate. The market is very competitive. We want you to get off the dime and give us a call at 904-773-4ROC or 904-773-4762 and let us know, I am ready, or I don't know if I'm ready. Help me figure out if I'm ready, or help me figure out the path to get to my own home sometime this year. Whatever it is, we are here, ready, willing, able to consult with you to make it happen, but no more excuses. We've got to move on this, because the way of creating wealth is through real estate. I mean, there are many ways, but real estate is one of the most effective ways of creating wealth. Look at the folks with the equity increase in the homes that they own this year. It's significant. It is not trivial. I challenge anybody to tell me how they can make $15,000, $20,000 in 1 month. And in some cases, people are seeing that type of equity increase in their home on a monthly basis. It's a crazy market. It's a very interesting time.
Joanne, that equity increase is so meaningful for so many people, especially people who are already homeowners. And now that their home value has increased, it can be, a dramatic change in your circumstances. And you just have to wake up and realize that. I mean, if you own a home right now and you're not sure about what this value is, you should be contacting us, and we can help you with that. We can perform a valuation and provide that service to you, and then you can consider your options. There are many options there that can help you take advantage of the equity that you've accumulated and may not realize it.
Yeah, that's definitely true, because we have customers right now calling us. The good thing I like about my team, our team, is the fact that we talk to you about your option. And then we have Nakima. Not only she does finance, but she also does refinance as well. So if we realize that it doesn't make sense for us to sell your house, we give you the option, okay, this is what you need to be. Because the thing is, we want everybody to be happy. Our goal is to give you the information. Wow. We give you the information the way it is, and then let you make the best decision for you. But in the same token, too, some people got houses that's sitting down with equity. In the same token, too, the house is outdated, or you outgrow the house, or maybe you want to move. You don't know what to do, but your house got so much equity on it. Give us a call. We will be able to sit down with you, showing to you that you can buy another house by selling the one you have, or put it in a rental, whatever situation you may be, give us a call, guys. Again, our phone number is 904-773-4762. Why? 4762?
It's 4762.
476. I'm sorry. I'm having a brain freeze right now. 904-773-4762. We're going to let Naikima tell us a little bit about other programs she have. I know she still have the bond program. She still has the down payment assistant, the for people who got conventional. Go ahead and tell us about other program you do have, Naikima.
Okay, yes. So I definitely want to reiterate the fact that you mentioned for refinancing. So if your rate is in the 4 or 5, you definitely need to be calling me, because right now we have great rates, and when you have a lower rate, which means that you're going to be saving money, and that money can be put back in your home to do things that you really want to do instead of paying a mortgage. Definitely want to talk to me about that. We do have, conventional loans, and some of the lenders, are, 620. There's, with COVID, there was a lot of overlays. Now, a lot of those lenders have lifted those overlays. So if you're 620, you definitely can get a conventional loan. FHA, we have lenders as low as 580. Don't be scared about that. Definitely call us and we'll help you and find a great program for you.
Awesome.
First-time home buyers, we know that sometimes the main problem is that you don't have a lot of money. So, again, we have our down payment assistance program to help you. And we have a lot of times, people that are self-employed, there's a lot of information, like I would say misinformation, that they think that they can't qualify. That's not true. If you're self-employed, you definitely can qualify for a home loan. Just talk to the professional, i.e. me, and, I'll look at your business and find out, how much income you've reported, so we also have bank statement loans if you're self-employed. So there's definitely a lot of options for the listeners out there.
Yeah, before we we have to give the answer to our reader, because I said 5 minutes.
Can you repeat it?
Okay.
But before we give the answer, I'm gonna see if my co-host knows the answer first. But it seems like David has it. But the question is, what has 6 faces but does not wear makeup, has 20 eyes but cannot see? What has 6 faces but not wear makeup, but has 21 eyes but cannot see? Mark, you're looking at you having a camera? How many eyes the camera got?
It depends. Multiple lens.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just stick with that.
Okay.
That's my final answer.
Before David give you the answer, what was your
my initial
what
thought?
answer?
I was thinking like 10 levels deeper, a scientific instrument with multiple lenses. I was on that track.
Are you serious?
I was. And then I said, okay, it's got to be a lot simpler.
Okay. Naikima, what do you think it was?
I have no idea. I'm guessing I'm thinking along the side of a camera now that
Camera.
I'm going with the camera.
You got
Okay,
it.
guys, I don't get it.
thinking.
I thought I was dealing with smart people in the team.
You're dealing with deep thinkers in the group.
Yeah, they're just thinking
Scientifically
differently.
deep
If you let
thinkers.
David, who are the deepest thinker I know, get the answer,
Thank you.
David will go beyond, but he got the answer.
We would have figured it out, but he figured it out in like 1 second.
30 seconds.
Yeah. So therefore, it was like, okay, then why even bother with my deep thinking to that point?
David, what was your answer?
Okay, so to give my reasoning, you said 6 faces, so I was thinking 6 surfaces, and so immediately a cube came to mind, and then the first cube that I could think of that had 21 faces on it would be a die, as in, the 2 dice, a single die.
Die or dice?
Dice.
Dice plural.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Die
Yes,
singular,
you
die
got
singular.
it. You got it. That was a dice. Yes,
Oh,
a
wow.
dice. David already. I never count how many.
That goes back to being a math
outthink
teacher, thinking about the dice and probability statistics.
Oh wow! Okay, I
we
forgot
proud
how
of
to.
him. Good job.
I know.
Oh,
He just jumped, and then before I even finish, he gives the answer. The answer,
David
guys,
is not allowed
is
to answer anymore.
I thought that was me.
no. David is not allowed anymore to answer no questions because he jumped to the answer in 30
I'm really
seconds.
bad at riddles, though.
You are good. Just
Oh,
for
well,
the past
thank you.
couple months, you've been very good. You get the answer quickly, guys.
Outpicking
David,
us.
yes, he always I would take it. I'm trying to give a hard riddle, but David is not allowing me. Every time I give a riddle, taking is gonna be hard, and he always come up with the answer like this. So I need to find something harder. I'm sorry, guys. David is trying to break the
It's
riddle
not
pattern.
about David. It's about our listeners.
Yeah,
This
you were
is all
breaking
about
the
our
widow
listeners,
pattern.
right?
But before let's go back to serious note, guys. Let's go right back to our signal serious note. Guys, listen, we have such great information providing to you guys. So do not let those information just go to dead ears. Because right now the market is hot. I understand people are saying that the market right now is the seller's market, blah, 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 blah. No, the market right now is the buyer and the seller's market. Interest rate is so low. The lenders are giving money away, paying your closing costs, helping you with your down payment assistance. 6% half it is enough for you to cover not only your down payment as well as your closing costs. So guys, don't sit down and then thinking tomorrow will be better. So you need to know which one is the best for you.
Yes,
Right, guys?
well, yes, exactly. I wanted to add, because I get this question a lot, and I want to make sure that I answer it. I'm sure someone else is thinking about it. For conventional loans, you don't need 20% down. Okay,
Exactly.
You can close on the conventional loan with as low as 3% down if you're a first-time home buyer. So definitely stop with all of the excuses. Okay, just call us. Team Rock is going to, once you get pre-approved with me, Team Rock is going to find you a home. It doesn't matter if it's a seller's market. They will find you your home. So you need to be in communication with the two of us in order for you to get those keys that you've always dreamed of.
I agree.
It's possible. It's possible.
Nakima, I was just going to say that I'm so happy that we have loan originators, loan officers, lenders on our program to come in and do like you just did and you're doing now, and demystifying the process and doing away with a lot of the bad information that's out there. I love that our listeners get to tune in and to hear, directly from you. We bring in lenders to speak on what lending programs there are available and what's happening. And so they get the information, I don't want to say out of the horse's mouth, but they get it right from the source. So
Yes.
and we really appreciate that, because it's even better than just hearing it from us, that they get to hear that from you. And so I want to thank you for being here and for sharing that with our listeners.
Definitely.
Oh, thank you.
And
Thank you for
Nakima,
having me.
the thing is this, guys, as you're listening to this wonderful information that she presented, the question I have for you out there is, what's holding you back, and why not you? Why not you owning a home this year? What's the excuse that's holding you back from moving forward? Whatever it is, understand it and eliminate it, because home ownership is something we all need to be working towards. In the old days, folks were saying, well, should I or shouldn't I? I'm telling you, it's a should. You should do it, because there are financially very strong, viable reasons for doing it. If you want to increase your financial position, you need to own a home and use the leverage that owning a home is going to afford you towards the achievement of all of the other things that you want to do. So ask yourself and dig deep. Why are you not moving towards owning a home? Why are you so comfortable renting? And again, being on the other side of the equation, helping somebody else get rich and increase their financial portfolio at your expense. Why are you giving away your money and not getting $1 back from it, other than the privilege of living in someone else's house? Even if you're at ground zero, guess what? Ground zero means you can move forward to 1, 2, 3, 4 until you get to where you need to be. Whether your credit isn't good, whether your income isn't good, whatever the case may be that's holding you back, There is nothing that this team hasn't dealt with to help other customers who started with low credit score, low income, low savings, whatever it is, and we were still able to get them to where they needed. It may not be tomorrow. In some cases, it took some time. And some of you out there who are working with market credit repair, credit restoration, knows it's not an overnight thing. But the key is you're on the road to owning your home, and you're committed to doing everything that you can to make it happen.
Joanne, let's deal with another one of those issues where people are feeling that there's something holding them back. And this one is discouragement. You know, I think like along and now, there are a number of people who've gone out into the home buying market, you know, tried and not succeeded yet in purchasing their first home. And so let's address that a little bit in terms of, you know, how do you get re-encouraged and address that discouragement?
Well, it's in a couple of ways. Number one, and I'm just basic and I am very direct. All right. You've got to pump yourself up and know that if it has been set aside for you, you will get it. You know, your home is out there waiting for you, and you've got to say that if you didn't get this one, it may not be the one that has been set aside for you. I tell my customers, pray about it. Tell God to lead you to the home that's meant for you, you know, so that and what you don't get, but when it's the right one, it happens. We've seen in competitive situations, you know, when it's your home, all of that falls aside and the seller wants to work with you. The seller wants to, you know, accept your offer, even though there may be offers that may be even better than what you're putting on the table. So you've got to stay encouraged. And I'm going to say something else, because a lot of you out there, when you get discouraged, you start spending money. So don't spend your money. All right. Still save for your home. Still in your mind, affirm every day, I am going to own my home. I'm just waiting for the right home is out there waiting for me, and I am going to own my home and save aggressively. Keep saving. Don't increase your credit card balances. Don't go on a spending spree because all of a sudden you're discouraged. Some of us spend money when they're discouraged. Put that card away and keep saving, because you're going to focus on the goal of owning your home.
I have to say something about the market being very, very competitive right now. It's like a job. There was a time job was very competitive. So you keep sending your application, your resume to jobs. You receive that email that said, and I call it the unfortunately emails. You receive that email that said, unfortunately, that's I call it that. Is that ever stop you for continue looking for the job that you dream or you want to have? Because you put in your mind that I am not going to stop until I find that job. It's the same thing as right now, the way the market is. There was a time you send an application.
We've decided to accept another offer.
Exactly. There was a time, the market was like you send an offer and then you are like, that was the buyer's market. I understand that. This is the way real estate is. One time is a buyer's market. One time is a seller's market. We have, as a realtor, we are very informative for us to tell you, hey, this is the way it is going to be. This is the way the market is. But that should not stop you from pushing forward, because you have a dream. So the dream is to own your home. Because guess what? I got news for you. The rate is not going to stay the same level when you're going to renew your lease. That should be a driving force for you to know that, okay, I am not going to stop until my offer is accepted. For those people, for men out there who love to fish, I am not a fisherman. I hate sitting in the sun to get burned for one fish. That's not me. But some people look at it as a pastime. You keep throwing out your fill, whatever you call it, to the river or to the sea, to the ocean, for you to get. Some of you guys sit down in that sun for hours before you can cut one fish. And then some of you doesn't cut nothing, so tomorrow you go right back to the same level. Look at the process of buying a house. If you're a man, look at it as going fishing. You may or may not cut a fish that day. And then if you're a woman, look at it as you sending application for a job that you dream you want to have. And then today they send you the unfortunate letter. That should not stop you from keeping pushing to get to the house you dreamed for your kids to be raised, to be living in, and then for you to have your peace.
With every single thing.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Ella, I agree with every single thing that you're saying. The number one thing is you've got to believe it in your soul that a house has been set aside for you. You cannot give up. You cannot give up hope, and you can't use the fact that maybe your offer wasn't accepted as the excuse to stop the process. In your heart, you know that you need to stop renting. You know, everybody who's renting out there, I'm telling you, rents are getting more and more expensive for less value in a rental market. It is a brutal market with no mercy. If things go wrong, there's no mercy in that market as far as being able to stay in that apartment. So guys, for the protection of your family, for the growth of your financial wealth, for the development of your legacy for your family for generations to come, home ownership is key. And I'm asking you to stop just thinking about it and start doing something about it. Call us at 904-7734-ROC so we can help you understand what you need to get started. And if we tell you need to go to credit repair, it's a great step.
Exactly.
It just means get started.
Do you know how many people we have in credit repair that come back and then now they are homeowners?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
10 of 20s of people so far that are homeowners. So don't let that stop you.
I just wanted to echo and to concur in everything that Ella and Joanne have just said now to our listeners. It seems to me that there are two major themes. If you're getting discouraged in the process, but there's persistence. Number one is that you have to be persistent, but then there's also a time when it may require thinking differently, thinking further. When, you know, and we've been doing that because we're full-time professionals and we adapt to these changing environments, these changing markets, and we've come up with strategies and we continue to even adapt those strategies that we've come up with, you know, to help our customers be competitive in this market. I think one thing that we talked about briefly with Nakima is the fact that, you know, she gathers all the information and can have basically underwritten offers by the time that you present that offer, and you can go to that seller knowing that this is a strong, solid offer, and they're going to be confident that they can accept your offer because you've done all the work, right, Nakima?
Correct. Yes, I do all of the work. You don't just call me and tell me you're making X amount. I have to validate everything. You have to give me your pay stubs. You have to give me your W-2s. You have to give me your bank statements because I want to help you. I want to make sure that you're not disappointed. I've seen the disappointment. I've seen it so many times. So I want to make sure that once you get your pre-approval and you go home shopping and you find that home that you want to call, you know, that house that you want to call your home, that it's going to be a reality for you, because I believe that home ownership is your birthright. You deserve to have your own home. You need to stop making someone else rich, because if you can pay rent, you can also pay a mortgage. We just have to look at your finances and see what you can afford and make it happen. It's time for you to build your legacy, and the easiest way to do that is through real estate. You know, you guys have said it over and over and over, and I just want to reiterate it to the listeners that that is the fastest way to wealth. So what's stopping you? It's your mindset. Maybe, you know, you were raised in a family that no one had a home. So it's time for you to break that, you know, break that generational curse and be the first in your family to own a home. Make it happen. Just call us and we'll help you.
I have to say yes to that. But the other thing we have to mention in the other subject we have our credit restoration person here too. And the good thing about it, and we tell you that all the time, just because if you call Nakima tell you is not now, either your credit is not where it needs to be. We have solution. We have people that problem solver. Mm-hmm. We provide solution. Mm-hmm. So if your credit is not where it needs to be, we have our wonderful Mark Calvi we work together, hips glued together with Mark Calvi to the point that we have access to his back door, so we can know exactly how the process is going with, of course, with people, confidentiality. we have backdoor access to his process, so we know how the process is going. We even call you to tell you, hey, we see that you're progressing and your credit is going higher, so keep going. So Mark, tell us a little bit about your process with our listeners.
Good morning, everyone. I am Mark with Justice League of Credit. And yes, our process is, of course, you will call Team Rock. Team Rock will give you, the A-OK, or if they say you need some credit restoration services, they will send you off to me. And from there, we will do a free credit analysis. And from that credit analysis, it's going to be a breakdown report that's going to tell me and my team, and of course you as the listener, every single thing that's wrong with your report and things that you need to do on your end and things that me and my team need to do to get you to the closing table. After we do that report, then it will be a decision that needs to be made, which is going to be a very important decision. And after that, we will send your disputes off and you will be able to track your progress 24/7. And Team Rock, of course, will communicate with you along the way, as well as my team. So there's no reason to not be informed. Everyone here is transparent, and you have a team to get you where you need to be.
The good thing I like about Mark process, you not only that you give them the necessary nugget for them to repair their credit, but you also help them along the way how to make it happen. The great thing, if Mark pull your credit and then if you realize that you don't need credit repair, you just have to pay off your credit card, he let you know. Mm-hmm. So you don't have no money to pay. He just tell you this is what you need to do in order for your credit to be where it need to be. And then also, if you say to Mark, Team Rock send you, he give you a major discount because Team Rock is investing in you guys. This is the goal. We love to invest in people. We investing in you for you to be able to get where you need to be.
Absolutely. And what I want you guys to do is, for those of you who have serious credit problems that you've decided to give up on, don't give up. We have seen Mark do some amazing things for folks even who started off in the 400s, low 500s, and get to the point where they can own their own home. It is very real. But this is the difference. They relied on the expertise of somebody who knew how to communicate with all of the creditors out there and the credit reporting agencies in order to get those things off. A lot of you may be trying to do it yourself for quite a while, and you're getting little nudges here and there, and then it's back. I'm telling you, this is not a simple thing to do as many of us think it is. There's so many nuances to it, and it's getting more and more complex with the regulations. So I am encouraging you, at a minimum, if your credit is not where it needs to be, to reach out to Mark Calvi from Justice League of Credit to get your free credit analysis and then make a decision if you're going to go to the next step or not.
So I want to share at least 5 common mistakes that people make when working on their own credit. The first mistake that I see is the process take longer than expected, such as a year or more. And that's only because there's things that you try to do and it's not working. So again, try to get in touch with your professional or let a professional or expert handle it. The second thing is paying off a collection account, but it still shows on your credit report. I always tell people, credit collection companies are not your best friend. All they want is money, and some companies are not legitimate. So I'm going to move on to the next one. The third one is most people delete accounts that don't need to be deleted. Mm-hmm. And some people delete old accounts that have good positive history on it, and that will tank your credit score a lot. The fourth is sending letter templates you find online. That's the common one I see a lot. And the credit bureaus are very smart, and they have a database built to where if they see a letter that they send or see commonly all the time, they will flag that letter, and your disputes will not be, accepted.
Take seriously.
And that's why sometimes when you don't see results, that's probably why. And all of our letters that we send out are different. Not everybody have the same letters. Each letter is made differently in its own way. And the fifth mistake I see is a person will only focus on one bureau at a time versus disputing with all three credit bureaus. And that will, of course, push back the timeline a lot. Our team at Justice Legal Credit, we dispute every single thing on your credit report. We don't dispute with just one bureau like most people do. We dispute all three, and we dispute every single thing that's on your credit report. And if you want to know more information, you can give us a call at 904-339-8051, or you can visit us on our website at justiceleagueofcredit.com.
Mm-hmm. You know, Mark, one thing I really appreciate about you is that your approach to credit, and certainly in the context of buying a house and home ownership, and and that may be different from other consumer credit, and the things that Nakima mentioned earlier, that they have some lenders that can approve people with a credit score of 580, and of course we want your score to be higher. We want to get it higher than 580, but they can approve with 580 to buy a house, and that dispels a big myth that you have to have good credit to purchase a home. What is a 580 credit score considered? What level of credit is that considered?
580, it's in the mix between. It's fair.
Is it fair?
It's fair.
Okay.
It's
so you only really need fair credit to buy a house, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, your credit need to be just 580, and then we do have lender who look at it. But let's say that this is the catch-22. When you have a 580, does it mean you're gonna get qualification for down payment assistance?
Exactly.
You have to have your money. If you got money in the bank, but you don't need the down payment assistance, you got 580, you can buy a house. So we just want to say that to make it clear.
Thank you. Yes, make it clear. It's like you can't have both, okay? You cannot have your cake and eat it too.
Exactly.
You don't have credit, you have to have money, okay? But if you have the credit, you don't have money, we can help you. So, and I want to also tell the listeners, if you're coming to the table with 580, be prepared to put more than the 3.5% down. You
Everybody
have to
hear that?
More. Yes, be prepared to put more than that, because you are a risk, to the bank, because the bank, they want to know how you manage credit. Your credit score is your adult GPA. That's why credit is so important, because we don't care if you're black, white, or Asian. We want to know how you manage your money, and that's what your credit score tells the lender, tells the underwriter how you manage your money. So if you're someone that has, poor credit, which means that, one, you're not paying your bills on time, two, you're maxing out your credit. So if you're coming to me as a lender asking me to borrow, $200,000 or more, I want to know how likely are you to pay me back. If you haven't been paying your other creditors, I don't feel comfortable lending you money. So it's the same thing. So when you come in to the table with a lower credit score, you have to have more skin in the game.
Okay, that's true.
I like how Ella frequently refers to the credit score as your passport. So if you want to travel, how far you want to travel, you're probably going to need a passport if you want to go to certain other countries. So,
yes.
And then I always mention it too. It's not only your passport; it's also your face, the first impression you give to somebody. So if you're gonna create first impression, I said to that to people, if you're going for a job interview, you want your resume to look perfect. So it's the same thing. You want your credit to be perfect for people to be able to look at you seriously. However, just because your credit is not perfect doesn't mean that you cannot buy. So that's what we're trying to make you understand. When you go for a job, you got your resume. Sometimes your resume is not the best, but they will look at your experience. Okay, we're going to give that person an interview. you have to be able to present that you are the best for the job. That means you need to present to the bank that you got some money in the bank.
Mm-hmm.
So you cannot have, like Nakima said, I usually refer as Kiki. That's my name. Yes. I give to her. Don't call her Kiki. That's my name.
No, we like Nakima. You can keep Kiki.
So I call her Kiki because I was having a hard time. I keep forgetting. I said, what's her name again? I said, I know she got a K. What about if I just call her Kiki? And then if you look at it in my phone, her name is Kiki in my phone. So the thing she just mentioned, you cannot have your cake and eat it at the same time. It's either you got money or you don't have money. If you don't have money, we can help, but your credit has to be at the level that is acceptable to the bank. The better your credit is, the stronger your credit is, the better the bank look at you. The bank doesn't even have, if you got an 800 score, they're not going to bother you. They're going to say, they call that easy loan. Yeah. It's not because it's they call it easy loan because they know that they can, underwriter just going to look at it and then come out with a clear to close because they realize that you are somebody they can trust.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just want to point out that we have worked with, we do have customers with the near perfect credit score, and they have such an easy time. The doors fly open for them. So, it's always a good idea to work on improving your credit score.
Absolutely, David. So right. I don't want the listeners to forget all of the things we talked about on today's show. You have no excuse, bottom line. You have no excuse to not move ahead with your home ownership goals and dreams. You have no excuse to not dream big that a home can be in your future. Nakima talked about all of these great programs from 6% of the purchase price of the home to help you with a credit score of 650 and all of the traditional programs. She talked about it if you're self-employed, there are programs. If you have a low credit score, there are programs that bring money to the table. She talked about there's a way, if you have a will, you are with the team who will help you find a way. It may take some time or it may be instant depending on your credit score and your income. But guys, there is no reason to not get excited, to not get started, to not dream big, to not claim and affirm that I will own my home in 2021. If there is still time to get started now on that road, whether you need credit restoration with Mark or whether you need a quick fix with Nakima, whatever the case may be, there is time to own your home in 2021 and still take advantage of these amazing low historic interest rates that we're still being blessed with. Like Ella said in the beginning, it is a seller's market, but it's also a buyer's market because of the amazing interest rate and the wonderful lender programs that are out there, and the state and federal programs for down payment and closing cost assistance. So get up, get started. Call us at 904-773-4ROC or 904-773-4762.
And yes, I always tell people that everything that breaks can always be fixed. Just like your credit score. Don't be ashamed of your credit score. It can be fixed. You can always give us a call at 904-339-8051. Me and my team at Justice Legal Credit, we are here to help you along the way. And we also help with rebuilding your credit score. That's built in your customer portal that you will receive. So there's no excuses. Just give us a call.
I have to say that, yes, you give them full access to the process because this is how transparent Mark is. Mark is very, very transparent with the customers by giving them full access to see how the credit is being processed. When is the last time we send an email? When is the last time we send note? When is the last time we send letter? What was the first process? Your credit is being boosted. So again, guys, I said that all the time to you. When you have a credit score that is respectable, I call it respectable, you walk with your shoulder straight, your heads up, like you know that you can buy anything you want. But when your credit is not good, you always have a chip in your shoulder. The moment somebody say, I need to pull your credit, be like, oh my God, what is this? It's like they're calling you to the principal office. Something must be wrong. That's the reason why. So again, I said that when you know that if you know that you have cancer, God forbid, or you have whatever the sickness is, you will go to a specialist to find out what's wrong with you. That's one thing we realize that a lot of people, they don't take seriously, is their credit. If they find out they have a headache, the headache doesn't go away, they will go to the doctor to find out why my headache doesn't go away. But if you fill out an application for an apartment, for a house, or whatever it is, they deny you, you should go to a specialist to find the reason why you're being denied. And that specialist is a credit counselor like Mark Calvey. They will dig deeper to see exactly what needs to be done in order for your credit to be where it needs to be, so you can possess what is always at your reach, except one thing stopping you, your credit. Guys, one thing I have to say to everybody, Teamwork is here to give you the knowledge that you need for you to be homeowner, for you to have a perfect credit. We give you one thing you know about Teamwork. We have plotted off a lender coming here to tell you how to be a homeowner. We have lender here telling you how to invest. And then I'm sure Naikima will come back next week to explain to you how to invest in real estate, to make your money work for you. You can be sleeping in your bed making money overnight. So guys, this is the goal of Teamwork, to be able to help you get to the closing table. This is our goal. Our goal is for you to be continually money overflow in your bucket. So the only way you can do it is to possess real estate. Naikima has so many different programs that is available for you, for your sister, for your brother, for your cousin, for your anybody in your entourage that you know that deserve to buy a house. Remember, guys, our phone number is 904-773-4762. 904-773-4ROC. Or you can go to our website, www.teamworkfl.com. Or check out us on Facebook. Or you can always email us to teamworkfl@gmail.com. So before we go, Joanne, do you have anything to mention to the listeners?
Absolutely. Stop procrastinating and get started.
Awesome.
Stop procrastinating and get started. It is not something you need to even debate about anymore. It's just something you need to do.
I have to agree.
All right, you've got to do it, guys, because that's the market we're in. You want to grow your wealth. You want financial leverage. Guess what? It starts with owning your own home. And then next step, it starts with leveraging the money your home has made into making more money for you. So call us.
Exactly.
Mark, before we go, what's your phone number they can reach you?
It's 904-339-8051. And you can always visit us on our social media, Instagram and Facebook at Justice Legal Credit altogether.
Okay, great. What about you, David? You want to say something before we go?
I would say to be sure to implement the power of an expert. Use an expert.
Naikima, give them their phone number before we say goodbye.
Definitely. Thank you guys again. Before we go, my phone number is 305-834-8863. And you can also follow me on Instagram at Naikima_Terrain, because I lead with education. Every Monday I do a mortgage minute, so you can definitely get more information about the mortgage process.
Awesome.
So don't let you be the person for you not to get the keys. You have to make one easy step today. One thing to do is call one of us to find out where you stand.
Awesome. Guys, it is a pleasure to be with you. It is time to say goodbye. We'll be back with you guys Saturday again, same time, same channel. That was Teamwork, the team that gets you to the closing table. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Are you thinking about buying or selling a home in Florida? Whether you're considering your first home, relocating, downsizing, upsizing, moving out, moving on, or planning to acquire an income-producing property as an investment, Team Rock of Residential Movement Group is your real ownership connection. They are Florida realtors Joanne Beapot, David Ham, and Ellen Marie Jean-Baptiste. For rock-solid professionalism and expertise in all aspects of real estate transactions, lean on Team Rock to help you accomplish all of your real estate goals. Contact Team Rock at 904-385-9169, offering you service in English, Spanish, Portuguese, French, and Haitian Creole at 904-385-9169. Also listen to Team Rock here on the Rock Real Estate Radio Show every Saturday morning from 10 to 11 a.m.